Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and good night. This is the Game Bomb Podcast, finally. Cracking skulls and kissing babies on iTunes now. I'm Steve, across the wires is Dustin.
Hello.
And we're here to fix whatever's wrong with your life for the next 45 minutes to an hour, talking about bullshit that you care about. Now, Before we start yelling, crying, and saying things we can't take back, today me and Dustin are going to lay out our top 3 personal favorite video games from when we were little. All the way back from when God made the world 6,000 years ago. Do you agree?
I agree.
All right.
I agree. That sounds right.
So, if you're looking for us, we are on iTunes. We are on YouTube. And all those links are going to be in the description below. You can also go to our direct stream, or Steam. Stream. Yeah, it says Steam here.
Cross that off and just fix it.
Yeah, when I find out who did that, there's going to be hell to pay. And you can find our stream at shoutengine.com/thegamebombpodcast, all one word. And if you want to join our shenanigans and stay updated with everything that we're doing, you can find us on Facebook. And the way you can do that is facebook.com/thegamebombpodcast and look for the logo.
Is it the Game Bomb Podcast or just Game Bomb Podcast?
The Game Bomb Podcast.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, I did it. And if you're a gal that likes to click her mouse on Twitter, you can find us on there too. Twitter/GameBombPod. So now we got all that boring shit out of the way. How you doing? I haven't talked to you in a while.
Oh, I'm doing good. Doing fantastic. Finally feels good to get a day off. How are you doing? Doing pretty good?
I'm doing good. I've been taking
feels good to get fucking 4 days off in a row.
I've been taking a lot of days off. I've been playing a lot of Destiny because I've been trying to grind up. And it's embarrassing because I haven't even finished the last raid. I get to Oryx and get to those black bombs and everyone wants to go to bed. Everyone wants to go to sleep.
Those raids are so hard. I've come to the conclusion that you cannot start a raid unless you got fucking 4 hours to sit and dedicate to doing it. You need beer, cold beer ready to go, some snacks, and you start grinding.
It's at least 4 to 6, and then people start getting bored. I mean, I got some heavy hitters with me, and personally, I am getting stronger because I've been grinding so much. I don't want to be the Blue Ranger of the grouve. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You want to be that fucking green or white.
So I'm waiting for that DLC, the 20th, and I've hoarded like 7 exotic engrams.
That's so low. How do you get 7 exotic engrams?
3 a coin, brother. 3 a coin. You go to Xur, you spend all your strange coin on that, and you use 1 for the Crucible. Every Crucible match, you put 1 before it starts, and then at the end, it just throws your name into the hat for an exotic.
And the exotics, I played that game for like a year, and I got like 1 exotic my entire time playing it.
You didn't put in a good effort, and I don't want to get into it because we'll start yelling.
That's right. You fucking say it to my face. Not over the fucking computer.
And everyone who's listening, we have some interviews up right now, and they're with people who know their way around a controller and keyboard. Our guest spots are a preview of the new Destiny DLC that we're talking about right now. I got a guy, Tino, on, talks about the Dragon Ball Z and Super, everything in its entirety and what's wrong with it and what we like about it. And we have our interview of No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky. It really wasn't an interview. It was more like a crucifixion of No Man's Sky.
There are spoilers, and, you may like it, you may not. This is just our opinion.
Yeah, which is right. It's the right opinion.
It's always right. We love you, so. So if you like all that, and I know you do, don't fucking lie to us. You can enjoy all 3 interviews on YouTube, iTunes, and our personal cell phones if you cowards ever get the rocks to try and rob us.
Here we are.
Right in front of you.
Gotta go through me if you want to get the fucking BlackBerry.
I'll put my address in the description below, motherfucker. And always, positive likes and reviews are always appreciated and a surefire way to buy our love.
Sure, yep. Show suggestions. What do you want us to hear? What do you want to hear us talk about? Those are always greatly appreciated. Doesn't have to be video games. We'll talk about anything.
Anything. If you want to ask us a question to talk about, or you just want us to go fuck ourselves, let us know.
Yeah, we'll do it. War in the Middle East, we'll talk about it. You want to talk about the new fucking Dragon Ball Z? We'll talk about it. Don't matter.
Yeah, apparently there's some election going on in the States.
Yeah, some guy and some girl running for prom king and queen.
Yeah, Bill Clinton's mother's in the lead.
She shakes a lot.
Yeah, her sciatic's acting up. I don't know. Well, that being said, let's get started, shall we? My number one never changed, but the first two, they were all over the place.
No, no, that's a funny thing too. My number one never changed either. My number one's always my number one. But I think about it, and then I would think of a game, and I'm like, yeah, that's a good game. All right, write that one down on the list. And then I start to think more, and then I think of another game. I'm like, oh fuck, well that game was better than this game. It was hard, man. If you're a true gamer, coming up with your favorite fucking games should not be an easy fucking thing to do.
No, no, you should be cutting ties. You should be dropping loved ones.
Oh yeah, making sacrifices.
Yeah, make it personal.
If you're not a true gamer, you'd be like, my favorite game is the Halo, and then that's it. You're not a fucking gamer.
I do like the Halo though.
That game was fucking terrible. Fuck that fucking shit. That better not be on your fucking list.
No, it's not. I haven't played Halo in a while. I got that alarm though from Halo 3. You remember that menu?
Yeah, I remember that menu.
Such a good
I
song.
remember that.
And the sticky bombs. Go fuck yourself. It was a decent
Yeah,
game.
sticky, yeah, get the fuck out of here. I don't even know if fucking Xbox is still a thing anymore.
I think I seen one in a museum.
All right, let's get into it here. Our three favorite games. I'm gonna start with number three and work my way up to number one.
All right.
That's okay with you. That's how they do it, man. That's how the kids do it on the streets. All right, so my third favorite game, probably got a lot of fucking hours into it. Came out November of 2001. It's gonna be Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of Liberty.
Was Snake in that? Is this with Snake?
No. Well, yes and no. He wasn't the main character. Main character was a guy named Raiden, a young up and comer of the system. Snake was in it, kind of as more like a cameo type thing. But came out in November of 2001 for PS2, made by Konami, of course. Hideo Nomo, the fucking genius behind the Metal Gear Solid series. It was a fucking awesome game. This was the very first game that I played that I was like, wow, this looks fucking amazing. It was out on PS2, and what really made me step back and say this is a great fucking game was the fucking graphics. Have you played the game?
I haven't. I haven't played any Metal Gear Solid game. I didn't even pick them in Smash Brothers. I don't know nothing about this dude.
You the game starts with a fucking badass cutscene where this fucking guy jumps off a bridge and lands onto a boat, and it's pouring fucking rain. So there's water all over the place, and it was the rain that really stuck out for me because things like water and smoke and fire, they're difficult to render in video games. They're very graphic intensive. So if you could make water and smoke and fire look good, you could make a game look real fucking good. So it was pouring fucking rain, and this water was bouncing off of shit, and the wind was fucking blowing. I'm like, wow, this is a great fucking game. And then everybody knows the Metal Gear Solid story is fucking great. It's like a goddamn movie. Everybody knows that. Even if you don't play the game, it's a great fucking storyline.
All right, I have two questions.
Yeah.
One, do in every game they hide in a cardboard box?
Yeah, that's one of their things. That's one of the things you can hide in a cardboard box. And the guy walks up to it, and you jump out, and you fucking snap his neck. Done.
Another question. I noticed that Snake is wearing an eye patch. Is that for a medical condition, or is he a pirate? Go.
A little bit of both, medical condition, but just like any eye patch, he gets X-ray vision. It's a scanner. He can scan things. It identifies weapons like the fucking Terminator did.
Very nice. So he could be a pirate too. The man can sail.
Oh yeah. Oh, he can fucking sail. He can fucking sail. But I'm not the only one who thinks that this game is great. It's one of the highest rated games of all time. Not just of that, or not just for PS2, but highest rated game of all fucking time. It sold over 7 million copies, which at the time was impressive because it was only exclusive to one system. It was a fucking great fucking game. It was an adventure game. It went on to Big Shell, where you had to fight all these fucking terrorists and shit. It was an amazing fucking game. The graphics and the things that you can do in that game with the bad guys, it was just a tremendous amount of fun.
How you know they were terrorists?
Because the game told you, fight the terrorists.
Oh, yeah.
They weren't really terrorists.
I'm sure if I seen like the game case, I know what you were talking about.
But... Oh yeah. It's one of those iconic fucking pictures that if you see it, it just you can just tell.
Yeah, throw a trailer in the Game Bomb podcast. I'll check it out.
Yeah, all right, we'll throw a trailer for that game. It's a bit outdated, of course. It came out in 2001, 15 years ago. But still, I think even now, if you were to see the graphics, you'd be like, wow, this looks damn good. 15. For PS2. It was for PS2, not for PS3.
15 years ago. We're going to die soon. Do you know that?
I'm never going to die. Speak for yourself.
All right.
I'm never gonna fucking die.
I'll kill you if I know I'm going down.
You don't touch me.
All right,
So
well,
that's my number. That's my number three. It breaks my heart. You never played those games. You're doing yourself a disservice by not playing those games.
well, and I'll tell you something. I'm gonna whatever games we say right here, and we haven't played it. I'm gonna make an effort to play this Metal Gear Solid.
I'll take that bet, and I will do the same.
All right, so it's PS2. I'm sure they have emulators now, right?
Oh yeah, you could probably play it on your fucking phone.
Yeah, yeah, that's true too. That's true. But I'll hook it up to my Mac. I'll hook up the controller, and I'll do the full experience.
Great fucking game.
All right,
Go.
so
I
me?
assume that was beer.
Yeah, it's a beer.
Very good.
All right, my three is now this. Like I said, they switched around a lot, and
Yep.
I chose my games on what they gave to me and for me, and how they messed up my schooling so fucking bad. You
As
know,
a good game should.
yeah, as a great game should. Leave your homework at home. You got real work to do when you get home. Well,
You leave it at school. You leave it at school.
right out the gate, my number three is Final Fantasy X. And this is good because you can download this one right now. Anyone who has a PS4, PS3, PS2, you can get this game. And if you haven't played it, do yourself a favor and get it.
Why?
So, why?
Tell me why I should get that. Explain to me why.
Because I fucking told you to. First of all,
I don't. I'm not.
I'm not bigger
Not a,
than you. I'm not bigger than you, but
no, you're not. So it's not a valid response.
released in 2001 via the PlayStation 2 by the always delicious Square Enix, Final Fantasy X and its sequel, Final Fantasy X2. I'm trying not to talk about Final Fantasy X2 because it was nothing but chicks, and I know how you feel about feminism.
I hate it, and we all should.
But both these games sold over 4 million copies worldwide on PlayStation 2. Now that's pretty good. That's not a bad day at the docks at that time.
At that time, right? You got to take into consideration the time.
Yeah, not bad for a game that's filled with people that style their hair like they were fucking electrocuted.
Is it turn? It's a turn-based game, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's you got motherfuckers on this side, and you're a motherfucker on this side, and you can be ambushed, you can ambush them, but it's basically on levels and speed and who they are and if they're bosses and perks and shit like that. It's like a game of chess. So you can't just attack a person over and over. Sometimes you have to defend. Sometimes you have to take care of your other character.
Yep. Yep.
There's
Now
a
it has. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
there's a lot of variables that go into the battle. Like you may lose a couple times and try something new.
It has physical attacks and magic attacks, correct?
Yeah, yeah. And sometimes one, if you ever played a turn-based game, one may be useless than the other.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now, as a gamer, I'm I'm kind of apprehensive to admit this as a gamer, but I've never played any of the Final Fantasy games. Never got into the Final Fantasy series. I respect Square Enix for what they've done, of course. Never got into them, but I did want to at some point because I love the turn-based games, and that's really not a format that games use anymore. It's a turn-based system because they say it's outdated, which I don't understand because I actually love the turn-based. Pokemon. Anybody sound familiar?
Yeah.
So I've always wanted to get in the Final Fantasy series, and a lot of people said that Final Fantasy X is, if you're new to the series, that's the one that you want to start with.
See, it's these games, the affliction nerds, the UFC fans, I'll call them, or the Call of Duty people, don't enjoy these games because these games are so cinematic. It's like a good book or a good movie. You have to sit down and take it for what it is. There's not that much like banging the controller more than just enjoying the ride.
The cinematics, I think, even though I'm not, like I said, not very familiar with the series, but the cinematics is what fucking sticks out to me with the Final Fantasy. I remember watching, I think it might have been you while you were playing one day, and you would select this move, and it was this like 2 minute cutscene of doing this awesome fucking move. And I love that shit. That
Yeah,
shit's awesome.
yeah.
And they're getting away from that sort of thing, and I don't understand why.
Well, we'll see. There's a new Final Fantasy 15 coming out that looks gorgeous. I'm thinking about buying a new TV for it, but probably not.
Ooh. And
Trying to keep my impulses to a minimum. Trying to just stick to the drug habits for a while.
But it's beer and the alcohol. I think I do need to give Final Fantasy X a try,
Oh,
a
you should.
college
You
try.
should. You won't regret it.
And
So
here's
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say here's what I find impressive is that our or what I find funny is that our first three favorite game our third favorite fuck Jesus Christ our
But he.
fucking I know our fucking our third favorite games they're both fucking PS2 games both released in the same fucking year
Oh
50
yeah, that's
fucking
true.
years ago
That's true.
2001 my game sold 8 million yours only sold 4 but that's fine.
That's fine. Who's counting? Oh well, it was 2 games in one, so. But I'm sure
Oh,
Final Fantasy X sold like 10. I'm sure.
X between X and X2.
Yeah. I mean,
All right.
X2, in my opinion, the gameplay was better, but the story, it wasn't as impactful as Final Fantasy X. Didn't give you feels.
So am I? If I'm new to the series, would I enjoy Final Fantasy X? Would I know what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, because there's no prelude, there's no story behind it. You start off where you're supposed to start off, and you can enjoy the story all the way through
Oh,
Final
okay.
Fantasy X2 because they're sold together now. So once you're done with Final Fantasy X, you can play Final Fantasy X2.
Oh, you can just go straight into it, and it's a continuation of that story.
Yeah, it's on the same digital disc.
Oh well, what about a hard copy disc?
Yeah, hard copy, same thing.
I see. That's what I like.
I know. I'm gonna start getting the hard copy too.
Made a believer out of you, finally.
Well, a game I'm not using, I might as well get $4 and you know get some kind of discount over it. That a game I'm never gonna fucking play again.
That's what I'm saying. It just takes up space on the hard drive. I don't like it.
So, right when you boot this up, the story starts off with a famous blitzball player. And blitzball is kind of like soccer, but it's under breathable water and no one's freaking out or throwing yellow napkins all over the place when you're using your hands. So it has its own little section for it too if you just want to play blitzball, which is pretty fun. You can level up people there too. Be better if it was online, but this is back in the day.
Right? They didn't have online back then.
Well, this dude hates his dad with the power of 1,000 misunderstood teens. Because his dad was just a hard ass on him, a really tough drunk. We
Yeah.
know that game.
Ain't it an autobiography? Is that what this is?
His father's name was Jet, and I'm sure Jet beat the shit out of his mom. They didn't show it or interpret it in any way, but I knew it was going down. That woman was way too obedient, and that house was way too clean.
Yeah, women don't just do that without having the fuck beat out of them.
There's no way.
They just don't do that.
Yeah, she had to have caught hands at least once or twice over a misunderstanding on her part.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So the main character hates him so much and despises everything about him. Main character's name is Titus, by the way, but you can call him whatever you want because you're alpha as fuck. Don't let anyone tell you different, right?
No, fucking A.
So during a blitz game in Xanarkin's attacked by a cocksucker known as Sin. Now Sin is he's the boss in this entire game. He's the big dick swinging monster. So Sin, he's a massive floating whale-like monster that threatens Xanarkin and sucks people in and throws them into another time.
Whew.
Yeah, and he sucks everything in. Buildings, people, just everything there. Just
Holy
like your
fuck.
ex. Just like your ex. Got him.
Yeah,
So-
she's getting skinnier, I heard. Or is that just a rumor?
It was a rumor. You heard wrong. She's actually dead.
She's actually big.
So Titus gets pulled into a land called Spira. For reference, Spira mostly resembles parts of Southeast Asia, for all you agricultural buffs out there. And everyone in Spira believes that Sin knocked them back to the Stone Age because their ancestors relied too much on machines, parties, boozes, orgies, bitches, monies. Sins, pretty much,
Not bad.
where it comes from. So everyone's like starting fires in their house and shit, just like back in the day. So when Titus arrives in Spirit, he gets lost, and they find him. Then the game starts. I'll let you play it for yourself.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Yeah. But like I said, it had a turn-based, which me and you love.
Oh, I love the turn-based.
Everyone does. But when I got this game, I was 14, so I really couldn't appreciate it. But just by the few hours I played, whenever I got the HD remix, I knew that even on today's standards, it really held up. The music, the gameplay, the characters were so well done and interesting. It was able to keep my attention even now with all the super games.
Right, even now, exactly. The fact that these games hold up to the fucking games that are coming out now is really fucking
Yeah,
impressive.
and it even caught my attention whenever I got it back in the day, and that was around the first time I got a computer, and I had my access to the internet.
Is this game available on the PlayStation 4?
Fuck yeah, it is. Fuck yeah, you should get it. You should get it now.
Yeah, before we're even done talking.
Chat rooms and port sites made me a man. However, this game was part of it. And the girls in here were pretty hot too. They had curves and
Oh yeah, big tits. They always have big fucking
yeah,
tits.
not the best graphics, but they did the job.
No, they're square.
I wanted to bang every female character in the game with
They're
my heart.
square. They're square fucking titties.
Oh yeah, Lulu had like those big like she had no business having tits that big.
They never do. That's what keeps the fellas coming around though.
Yeah, yeah. I was only 14 and I wanted to hit him with my 9-incher. You know what I'm saying?
right in the
And I also like the music from Nobuo. What's his name? Nobuo Uematsu. What?
Jesus Christ.
I know. It's fucking.
Yeah, apologize for that.
He won't even know what I'm apologizing about. I don't even know if he speaks English. Nobuo Uematsu. Yeah, that sounds right. Sole
That's him.
composer.
That's him.
Sole
That's
composer
him.
of this game, and I'm sure he does a lot of other games too. And my favorite two songs about him is Xanarkin and the Final Fantasy X2 Prelude. That's what wakes me up in the morning. It
Gets
wakes
you
me
alarm?
up. Oh, yeah. I never get startled. I always feel good. Wakes me up like Taylor Swift put her ass on my face after one of her concerts.
Mm, mm.
Fuck, that's sexy.
That's fucking nice.
But this is my number three. This isn't my number one because obviously the progression in games and
Oh yeah.
story games are good, but you get them for the extent of the story, then you're done with them. So it would have been my number one, but God had other plans for me.
All right. So your number three was Final Fantasy X. My number three, Sons of Liberty. All right. Moving on to number two. My number two game. Once again, I hate to sound cliched. I think a lot of people would probably put this game in their list of favorite games, but my number two favorite game is gonna be the one and only Skyrim
Yes.
by Bethesda. It's. I mean, what do I got to say about this fucking game?
It's
The amount of things that you can do in this fucking game was fucking amazing. The fact that this game had so many different, it seemed like it had the main story with the fucking dragons, but it had so many other fucking branching stories that were long and in depth. They weren't just like a fucking 5 minute side quest, but they were long, in depth fucking stories. I'm talking about the Dark Brotherhood had their own fucking story quest. The Thieves Guild had their own fucking storyline, and all these fucking things that you can branch off and join all these different fucking guilds, all these different fucking stories, while still focusing on the fucking main story.
did you know if you're in a village and you raped and killed a wench and there's no witnesses except a chicken, that chicken is enough for the police of that village to know that you did something.
No, so that chicken's a snitch.
Yeah, but you'd have to kill that chicken, and that chicken he can take some hits.
Oh yeah, they're quick too.
Yeah, they're not as brutal as chickens in Zelda though.
In Zelda, but the fucking just the shore, just the enormity of it. It was so much fun for me to explore fucking caves and just walk, and some shit would happen. Just an awesome fucking game. This is the one game where I was like, I would play and I would play, and I'd be like, fuck, I gotta go to bed, so I go to bed, and then I would go to work, and then while I was at work, or whenever I was doing anything that wasn't playing this fucking game for like a 2 month period, I was like, fuck, I want to go home and play Skyrim. And I'm thinking, well, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do next when I fucking get to play Skyrim again?
Did you archer a lot?
No, I wasn't an archer. I was a fucking brute. I was.
I can't understand why nobody would be an archer in that game. It was so satisfying. Even when you're hunting, you sneak, you see a bear, you pull back, time slows down. You got a fire aspect on your bow. You fucking let it fly. You hit him in the neck. He runs away on fire. Oh, he's running towards you. You get him again right in the head. Boom, goes down. Nothing more satisfying than that.
Well, I remember, and that was fucking cool when you fucking draw back your bow and time would slow down. It was like fucking bullet time in Max Payne. You know,
Oh,
that's what it reminded me of.
I loved it when those arrows would fly.
But I was a brute, man. I was a fucking heavy armor all the way, fucking big, heavy fucking warhammer, and just go to fucking town, fucking cracking skulls with my fucking hammer. And I could take a fucking beating too. I could take a fucking beating.
Yeah, I was trash in close combat. I had a hammer, but I couldn't swing it because my archer was all the way up.
Right. So that's the thing, and that was another thing about that game is I thought a lot of people might disagree with this, but I thought the fucking leveling system was pretty well balanced. You know, if you're too heavy in one category, then you suck at all the others.
Who the fuck said the leveling system was bad? I'll send dick pics to their sister. That was probably one of the best parts of the game.
Yeah, I thought it was really incredibly well balanced, you know, where it prevented you from being this fucking super player where you were fucking maxed out on everything, you know. You were good at everything. I hate games that allow you to do that. I was a pretty good brute, and then I dedicated towards magic as my secondary, but fucking long distance, fuck, I might as well throw a fucking rock at a goddamn grizzly bear. I
Butt
didn't have
fucking.
patience for the fucking shit. My from a distance I was from a distance I was a shit. From a distance
Gentleman's agreement. Gentleman's
I
agreement.
was from a distance I was shit. I might as well throw rocks at the cocksuckers. But
I have a lot of unfinished business in that game just because, you can only play that game for so long. How many hours did you have?
I had easily 500 hours
Not
into
bad.
that fucking game.
Not bad. I think I have about the same.
There was just so much, and then even with that 500 hours, there was still shit left to fucking do, man. There was still shit that I had to do.
I don't think I was ever in the Thieves Guild. I forget why.
Oh, way you never into? Oh, that was one of the best ones, man.
I for,
Well, the thief, no, with Mercer, the guy's name was Mercer. I like the Dark Brotherhood.
I got in the Dark Brotherhood. I was somewhat in the Thieves Guild. I remember I could sell and trade shit, but there was a door that I couldn't get into.
Yeah, so you weren't all the way with it yet then.
Yeah.
But I think this game was ahead of its time. I still have yet to find a game that is on par with Skyrim. Fallout does a pretty good job, you know, same studio. Fallout does a pretty good job, but I think Skyrim was really, really a lot better. Just
I
the enormity of it.
while we're saying these the games that we've been saying, I really think that the music in games has a lot more to do than people think with it because the music in Skyrim, the music in Oblivion, those are the memorable songs.
You know what? Now that you mentioned it, I never really paid much attention to the music, except for in Skyrim. I paid attention to it during the loading screens where they had that awesome picture and they would have a little tip on the screen, and then they would play the music. And the music did stand out for me, at least on the loading screens. It probably would stand out more if I paid more attention to it while playing the game.
You know what I'm gonna say before you wrap it up. Fuck fast travel. I don't like it.
Oh, I love that. What?
No, I don't like fast travel. I want you to go to one place and another. If you want a horse, get a fucking horse. Make that faster, but I don't like fast travel. It takes away from the game. All of them. Fallout, Oblivion, Skyrim. Fuck that shit. If you gotta go somewhere, you either walk and you go through the bad guys or you go through a dragon. That should be part of the game.
Hmm. You know, I'm, you know what? I'm inclined to agree with you a little
Yeah.
bit. That does take away from the game. You know, getting from point A to point B, you miss a lot of shit in between. If you actually were to walk or ride a horse, yeah, you do see a lot of shit.
Exactly. If you're walking through and some bandits try you, fucking
Right.
kill them.
Something comes up. What comes to my mind when you say that is Grand Theft Auto. You know, a game that never had fast travel. You would always have to go, travel there. You could take a taxi cab,
Yeah.
and that
Well,
was a form of fast travel. But how many times do we get fucking distracted playing Grand Theft Auto, just trying to get to a fucking place?
exactly. It was
Yeah, then you
fun.
start fucking around, and then fucking 3 hours later, you still didn't get to where you're trying to go because you're fucking around doing something else.
I really think in the future cutscenes they're gonna go away.
Ah, man, I love good cut. I love good cutscenes though,
Not
man.
not not cutscenes. I should say loading screens.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. They're on their way out now.
Yeah.
Absolutely, loading screens are going to be a thing of the past.
Yeah, because it's this fast travel. You say you want to go literally across the fucking country, and then a loading screen comes up, and then you're there. Well, what's the, what's the point of even going anywhere ever? Once you've discovered it, you can just fast travel everywhere.
Right.
Exploring, walking through the night, or walking into a sunrise should be part of the game. And some people don't even get to experience that because they're fast traveling way too much.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I like that. You're right. You may have changed my opinion just now of fast traveling.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still gonna do it because I'm a piece of shit.
Well, I mean, there are some times where, there are some times where the situation warrants it. But if you're just a casual player, rush, you want to explore the game, yeah, go for a walk. Go for a fucking horse ride.
I always did. Oblivion's always gonna be the best game for that. The stars look better in Oblivion than they did in Skyrim, and
Yeah.
I'll fist fight a kid in a wheelchair to fucking defend that fact.
I didn't really play Oblivion as much as I played Skyrim, but then when I got Skyrim, fucking game changer. And you can relate to that. A lot of people can. Skyrim was a game changer for a lot of fucking people.
Oh, definitely, definitely,
So,
especially that DLC.
oh, that fucking DLC, I know. Some of them were fucking stupid, like the Hearthstone one, where you can add shit to your fucking house. Who gives a fuck about that?
Yeah,
But some of those other ones, like the Dragonborn one, fucking great.
I never had to use my house or bank or anything like that. I never.
I did just to store shit because for some reason when I play games like this, I have a fucking compulsion of not wanting to get rid of shit. So I just keep fucking everything. I don't know why, because I never fucking use it. In all the fucking games, Skyrim, fucking Fallout, I keep fucking everything. I don't know why. It's fucking stupid.
OCD.
It is. I don't fucking know why. It's like, wow, that's a really good gun. I better keep it. And I got fucking 20 of them already.
Well, it comes in handy. You still have your PS4 or PS3.
Oh yeah, I'll never lose my fucking PS3.
I got rid of mine as soon as I could.
I'll never lose. I still got all my shit. I got my N64, my PS2, my PS3, my PS4. I got all that shit. My Xbox One, or my 360.
I was about to say.
Yeah, I'll take it easy. So that's my number two, the one and only Skyrim. November of 2011, over 20 million copies.
Whoa.
That's it. 20 million fucking copies. That's a lot of fucking copies.
Not bad, not bad. All right, my second personal favorite game since I was able to shit outside my pants, and I thought about this one hard. It's both of our favorites. It's Minecraft.
Okay. Oh, Minecraft. Love Minecraft.
The
Love.
unexplainably $2.5 billion game, and I say that because that's how much they sold it to Microsoft for.
Jesus Christ.
And this game is on everything, all the way from your porn machine to your Cricket phone to your Public Aid Obama phone. You fucking bums. It's
Yeah, not us. You guys.
Yeah, you got, not us. I got an iPhone 8.
I got a BlackBerry and a Samsung.
Got a BlackBerry.
Take it
Don't you
easy.
fucking embarrass us with those two phones ever again.
A berry of color. Can't say black anymore. Berry of color.
So real quick, Minecraft is a sandbox game. Now, sandbox game, for people that don't know, it's pretty much freedom in a video game. You can do whatever you want. There's no story, no anything. You can build a school, a functional city, or a Korean labor camp. Anything you like.
Anything you want.
It's 3D random generated when you get put in the middle, but it's all about squares. The trees are squares, branches, land, animals, everything's squares. And the reason they're squares, so everything you build looks flush.
Blocks.
What did I say?
Squares. Same thing, but blocks implies three-dimensional. Squares implies flat. Fuck you, nerd.
Very good. Very good. So the point of this game is you can build whatever you want, craft it, and survive. Kind of like a post-apocalyptic setting. And you can build from the ground up. Now, they do have a creative setting. I've played it. I didn't enjoy it because it takes all the thrill of surviving out. I want there to be, an aspect of threat to what I'm building. I want there to be, a chance that I'll go hungry. My quarrel with this game is that the enemies aren't stronger. After a while we get too strong, and now, we're not scared of anything.
I was just gonna say that one of the things that I liked about it was that when you and I were playing and we built this fucking massive fucking world, that would make your fucking girlfriends fucking suck our dicks.
Yeah.
By the way, so
Just those panties would be
yeah,
soaked.
keep them away from us.
Clean up aisle her.
Keep them away from us. But when we fucking started, I mean, we were fucking little bitches. We were running around with fucking wooden play swords, and we were fucking dying left and right, And then as the game progressed, and we got our fucking massive fucking panty-soaking city, we were fucking fearless. We can go out at night, the daytime, it didn't fucking matter. We didn't have to worry about enemies no more.
You're right.
Totally self-sufficient, and it's just an awesome progression from being this newborn out in the forest, cold, naked, and scared, not knowing anything. So the mayor of goddamn fucking Metropolis.
There should be no reason why one person should go out at night and not die. That just shouldn't exist. There should be two of them, and I want one hit to like hurt, or I want there to be, a lingering poison effect. I want there to be disease too. You
Oh,
know,
disease.
that would be cool. Out of nowhere, boom,
Well, they got,
Dustin gets polio. No more stairs.
yeah, like fucking Oregon Trail.
I never played it.
Yeah, dysentery was a big one on that one. Cholera. But anyway, I mean, they got hunger. They got hunger, which is about the closest thing to disease you can get. But that ain't shit. Once you get enough cows, you'll never go hungry again.
Right, right. Or at least make the food aspect of it not matter as much. Like you eat one beef, let it fill one icon. Not six.
Tough. I don't know. I don't like it. But
But
this game, though, I mean, I agree. It's not on my list, but just a fantastic game. It lets our imaginations run wild. If we have an idea, we can fucking try it. If it doesn't work, you fucking tear it down and on to the next one.
surprisingly, there's a lot of people that knock this game. Again, it's I'll call them affliction nerds, the Call of Duty UFC meatheads.
Yeah, yeah. The Halo fans, I call them.
Yeah, and Halo 2. Halo 2 because it's simple. But this to them this game sounds stupid, right? But there's no
Yep.
halfway about it. Either you love this game or you hate it for no reason and call people homeless that do enjoy it.
Oh, and you remember in the beginning, I was one of those people.
Yeah,
I was like, that game's fucking stupid, and you're like, Dustin, just try it, man.
you
You know,
were
like,
you were an antagonist,
I'm like, right? I was aggressive.
a
I was
bad guy.
aggressively disagreeing with you. I was like, I'm not gonna fucking try it, and I'll fucking kill you if you make me.
Nonetheless, what
But
Dr. Steve's going to tell you to do is if you haven't tried this game, clean your house, get a drink of alcoholic nature. If you get some nice music, get a nice podcast, whatever you got to do. And I
podcast,
suggest
yep.
I suggest you try the demo. The demo's available everywhere. Complete the trial and then try it for yourself. I think they give you like 5 in-game days, which is enough to, build something. And you're either going to thank me or you'll be too cynical to enjoy the game for what it is. And if you are, fine.
No, you made a believer out of me. I'll admit.
Yeah. If you
I'll
can't
admit.
if you can't enjoy it, that's just your preference, and you can find beauty in a Call of Duty lobby. Assholes.
Hey, fuck you. The fucking billion people that play this game can't be wrong. Let's say that.
Well, apparently they are. Apparently they're nerds and virgins, and
Let's
I
say
don't
that.
know that.
But you made a believer out of me, and now we fucking love this game.
Now, what I love about this game is the freedom to do everything and anything. Playing this game the first time is like William Wallace saved you from being put to death, and you two are riding away from the gallows during a cool fall afternoon. It's refreshing, it's new, and the reward factor is, it's so genuine after making your own creation and, being safe from everything out there. It's unexplainably nice.
Yeah. The sense of accomplishment that we get once we try to build something, we have an idea of something that we want to do, and we actually do it, and it works, and we see our idea come to fruition. It's fucking great, man. You remember our fucking farms, our automatic farms that we fucking had?
Oh, it was awesome.
We got pretty good at redstone, so we were able to make some pretty complicated fucking things. Some fucking remember that fucking automatic brewing potion machine that we made?
That was impressive.
Oh, get the fuck out of here with that fucking thing.
That was impressive. We need to get back into it, guy.
I know it, man. We really do. That fucking gold farm, that gold XP farm, I think it's fucking massive.
It was just so much fun. And the second thing I like about this game is that anyone, this game is co-op online and couch, which is, pretty rare nowadays. So it's a game that if you're a homosexual that likes playing it with your heterosexual wife, you can go on the couch and just do it.
Just do it.
Split screen. But this is my number 2 because of the genre of co-op it is. Me personally, I love this game and I can play it for 14 hours straight. But
Yeah.
you
We did, which we have, by the way. We have played for 14 hours straight.
right. You eat steak for too long, you start craving bacon, meaning, I might need some action and some death and, to shoot a gun, you know, or, just some peer-to-peer combat. And this game, man, just changing the textures and changing the music makes this game completely different when they update it. And there's no story, but it's wildly rewarding.
Yeah, that's so weird. I never thought I would like a game so much that it had absolutely no story.
And the only thing I don't like about it is we had to switch to PC
Oh, I know it.
because of the realms. and the realms aren't on PS4, so we had to dump our PS4 world, which was unbelievably awesome.
Which was impressive, tremendously impressive. Yeah, that's the only thing. I hate that fucking PS4 or console in general was the fucking redheaded stepchild that was fucking late to the party every fucking
I
time.
know. I
You know,
know.
I still don't think fucking the PlayStation 4 got that fucking update that came out like fucking 6 months ago. Update 1 point, was it 1.10?
Yeah.
Fuck, they're on 1.11 on the fucking PC.
Jeez.
It's fucking ridiculous, but I think this is probably the game that you and I have the most hours in.
Oh, easily.
Hundreds of them, man. We started playing the game years ago.
Easily. If we were tracking them, I'd say we have close to 1,000.
Oh, I would agree. I would absolutely agree.
But
That's a
you
lot.
you cannot appreciate this game unless you suspend your disbelief and enjoy it for what it is. I'm going to use that phrase a lot when I do these podcasts. Suspend your disbelief, because people, they like to see, they like realism in games, and they don't like over the top games or different games. They like realism. You have to suspend your disbelief to enjoy these games. And this is one of the best games in the world, in my opinion. And if you're too cool to even try it, go fuck yourself. Don't
Yeah,
talk shit
you're
about it
missing
then.
out.
You
Yeah, you're
are.
missing out. If you don't want to try, you're just missing out, straight up. There's a reason why this game sold for fucking, was it $2.5 billion?
Yeah, dude. Can you believe that?
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. It wasn't even out that long either.
Now,
It was out for like 2 years when that happened.
that dude didn't sell a $2.5 billion game. He sold a $2.5 billion idea that he patented.
Excuse me. Yeah,
But number
he
two,
deserves
my
to be
number
there.
two is Minecraft.
Fuck. All right, so the moment we've all been waiting for, the reveal of our number one favorite games. Now, before I reveal my number one, I'm gonna recap my numbers 2 and 3. Number 3 being Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of Liberty. Came out in November of 2001 for the PS2. Awesome fucking game. One of the highest rated games of all time. Sold 7 million copies.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's my number 3. My number 2 is, I think, a lot of people's favorite game, Skyrim, for the PS3 that I played it on.
I'm surprised that wasn't your number one.
Yeah, I know, it was tough. It was tough. I realized, But Skyrim came out in November of 2011. Sold over 20 million fucking copies. One of the best-selling games of all time. Skyrim, made by Bethesda, which does very good work, by the way. Bethesda Studios, especially if you're a fan of the fucking Fallout series, which you isn't. So, with that being said, my number one, which is ironically the oldest game on my list, by far the oldest game on the list here. My favorite, all-time number one favorite fucking game is GoldenEye 007 for fucking Nintendo 64. I cannot say enough about this game, and myself, the gaming community, and the gaming industry all agree that this is one of the best games ever made, which is really saying something.
When you make a game that people can play over and over and over again, you got it. Not only an idea, but just like the way the game feels, you really hit something. And that's kind of hard to recreate
Oh,
nowadays.
it does, and I think this game is sentimental with a lot of fucking people, or nostalgic for a lot of people. It came out in August of 1997. Okay, 1997. It came out 19 fucking years ago, almost 20 years ago now.
Well, there's this, I said this before to somebody. The maps on that game promoted confrontation. What I mean by that is you'd see shooters, and there'd be me and you on there, and they had this map. Well, this map would either be too big, or they would have too many buildings, or there wouldn't be enough buildings. It wasn't an actual map for shooting people. It was just like you're walking around a town or something.
Uh-huh.
The maps on GoldenEye, every one of them was just like, all right, you put two people in there, and you had these corners for cover. You had these long hallways for long shots.
Yep.
It was like a round. I would say a round before deaths would only last a couple minutes, and that's the way you want it.
Well, I think this game was absolutely ahead of its time. It was one of the first 3D games, and just it was just so much fucking fun. I remember this was a game that I was like, wow, I can do this in fucking video games. I can fucking do this sort of shit And I would have fun with it too. I would play the game the way the game is meant to be played. But then I think a lot of people remember all the cheat codes that you're able to put on this fucking game. DK mode where all the motherfuckers had big heads.
Oh yeah,
Or
big head mode.
the paintball mode where fucking it's like paintballs. Um, but this game was released in August of '97. It was a third best selling video game for the PlayStation for the Nintendo 64 behind Super Mario 64 and Mario Kart 64. Sold over 8 million copies, which which is a shitload
At the time, yeah.
at that time. That is an astronomical amount at the fucking time, especially since it was exclusive to just that one console, being Nintendo 64. It was made by Rare, which made a lot of really great fucking games. Rare made the Perfect Dark games. I'm sure you're familiar.
Yeah, Banjo Kazooie. I love my Banjo Kazooie.
Banjo Kazooie made all the Donkey Kong games, Battletoads, and Double Dragon games. So Rare has done good work, but none of them are as good as GoldenEye 007 for this fucking Nintendo 64. A lot of people grew up on that fucking game. And it was like one of the first. It was probably the game that made me a fucking gamer. All the guns, all the fucking maps, the fucking story. And the funny thing was at this time, I didn't even know what fucking GoldenEye was. I was like, who the fuck's this asshole? Who's 007? I'm like, who the fuck is this? I had no fucking idea. Because it came out in '97. I was only 9 years old when it came out.
I don't even think I've ever seen the movies.
Well, you're fucking up if you've never seen them. But in 1997, I was only 9 years old. I don't fucking know what James Bond was, but I know that fucking James Bond was a badass fucking video game character, and that's all I thought he was just a video game character, like Duke Nukem or something.
Anyone who wears a tuxedo to work is a bad motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying. Had that fucking watch that fucking shoots lasers.
Monitors its health like a Fitbit.
And he was breathing heavy. So, and this is the fucking game that if you put a fucking high end, fucking brand new PlayStation 4 game in front of me, right next to a fucking Nintendo 64 with a fucking GoldenEye, I'm reaching for that Nintendo 64 controller every fucking time.
Do you still got it in your possession with two controllers?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I still have it. Yep, I got my green Nintendo 64, which was the Donkey Kong edition
Yeah.
with the fucking expansion pack. I got the green controllers. I still got it in the fucking thing. That was a great thing about Nintendo 64 is it fucking you could drop it off a building and that motherfucker would still work. Great fucking game. So definitely by far. And then if you go to buy this game, like if you go to the if you go on eBay or if you go to the fucking like the secondhand video game stores, this fucking game is like fucking $40 still.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Even still, I mean, they don't fucking produce it anymore, obviously. So fucking supplies are limited.
Well, those Game Boy Advance Super Mario games. They're like $200 now if you look on Amazon. Remember?
Fuck, man. Those are fuck, man. I remember carrying all my Game Boy games in a fucking Crown Royal bag that my fucking dad gave me. And I would just fucking use them as like doorstops and shit. Now these fucking games are worth fucking hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, you were probably saying, "Hey, this is a pretty fancy bag over here."
I know it's purple. It's just smooth. I like it. It's gold. This is nice.
It smells like anger.
But yeah, these games, and I think it's because it's so nostalgic for guys like us who fucking started playing this game when we were younger, and now we're still gamers. We're still playing games. Games are getting better, but these games are still fucking near and dear to us.
Yeah, definitely.
And I don't want to get too far off topic here, but the Nintendo 64 actually had a lot of fucking games that I thought were really fantastic. They were up there with GoldenEye as far as got me started into video games. Games like fucking NFL Blitz was a great fucking game. I don't know if you ever played that one. Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Oh yeah.
Great fucking game. It came on, the cartridge was blue. That was a great fucking game, man. A lot of awesome fucking games on Nintendo 64.
That Mario 64 was that was unbelievable when that first came out.
Oh, Mario, yeah, with the 3D world, it was fucking mind blowing.
At the time, that world was huge.
It was fucking yeah, and that was the first of its kind, man, to have something like that. The graphics were shit and everything looked like a fucking polygon, but at the time we didn't fucking know that.
No, I never beat it. I was too overwhelmed.
Yeah, Mario 64, fucking Donkey Kong 64 was a blast.
Did you ever on Mario 64? Did you ever get to Yoshi?
I don't think I did. No, I was too busy playing fucking GoldenEye and NFL Blitz.
I'm gonna make a note so I can show you that video. It made me freak out when I was young.
The Yoshi?
Yeah, seeing Yoshi and Mario 64 look like a goddamn monster. Look like a dragon.
But I mean, there's a reason why I think Nintendo 64 is regarded as one of the most successful video game consoles ever.
Oh, definitely.
Because of shit like this, Ever since, I mean, it's been a steady fucking downhill ever since then for Nintendo. Now Nintendo comes up with fucking shit. All they got is fucking Mario, and that's it. But there was a time where fucking Nintendo 64 was on top of its fucking game, and it was at that time when the fucking N64 was hitting the store shelves.
God, I wish Smash Brothers was on all consoles. I really do. Why can't I wish Nintendo would stop making consoles and just make games, and then I would get my Smash Brothers on PS4.
That would be fucking amazing. Imagine those fucking graphics.
Nintendo's never going out of business, are they?
I don't think so. All they got, they're like a two-trick pony. All they got was like Mario and what else?
Zelda.
Zelda. Yeah, that's right.
Those two things sell so good though.
They do. I mean, they do. Fucking Mario is the fucking video game character. Started it all.
How did they get Sonic?
Sega? That's Sega.
Nintendo Sega?
No, just Sega.
Yeah, but they get Sonic too. Sonic's in their racing games.
Oh, did they? Nintendo might have bought it then. I don't know.
There was an Olympic game with Mario and Sonic.
I don't know. I'd look into it.
I don't care.
I don't know. But that's my number one. That definitely by far my fucking number one. So much enjoyment playing that fucking game.
Solid number one. And you know what? Even though it's your number one, I said I would play it. I already have a ton of hours in it already.
Oh yeah. Yeah, maybe not recently, but when we were fucking 8, 9, 10 years old.
Oh yeah.
Knocking it out, man.
All right, so
So that's my number one.
Moving on to my number one. This game you are to play before Final Fantasy X. Final Fantasy X is not on your number one. I want you to play this game. This game has so many good feels. Makes the Notebook look like Sharknado.
They made a fourth one?
I think so.
Holy shit!
I get pissed off because all my wrestlers are in there, and it makes them look stupid.
Holy shit! No. Great fucking movies. You're full of shit.
It makes the music of Elvis Presley sound like Fred Durst singing Nookie. You ever seen that music video?
Yeah, and Fred Durst actually wasn't that bad. Okay, he put on a great fucking concert if you've ever seen him.
Listen to one of his albums, like today.
I've listened to several of them.
No, do it today and tell me what you think.
No. Chocolate Starfish and Hot Dog Flavored Water was a great fucking album.
Those were decent songs. It wasn't a great album.
No, it was a good album.
I don't want to start yelling.
Yeah, okay. Let's not take away from our favorite games here.
And that game I'm talking about is the very first. The very first Kingdom Hearts is my number one.
Ooh.
I mean, they take the best parts of Disney and all the magic in Disney that made Disney work and throw it into a crossover action role-playing game that holds your attention almost every moment you're playing this game. Meaning, this is one of those games that you can probably play till like 5 in the morning. And they don't make it difficult to move on. They just make it enjoyable too. There's no secrets. You don't need a walkthrough. You just need to enjoy the game. Now,
this is the first one, the first installment.
This is the first one. Now, when you play it on hard just so you get your money's worth. That's how we do things at the Game Bomb Podcast. We play it on hard, only hard.
Yeah, every game we play in hard, just so our viewers know.
Yeah.
Every game we play in hard, nothing less.
And this game is also by Square Enix. As a publisher and developer, that's a powerhouse company. I would disband every other company out there if it would keep Square Enix.
Wow. So Square Enix made an appearance on 2 of your 3 favorite games.
Yeah, they know what they're doing over there. That team is
wow.
Because I like great games with great stories. That's what I like. And that's what they do. If I get a game that's fun but it doesn't really have a story, it's gonna fall under the category of Minecraft.
Right. Or No Man's Sky. No, maybe not. I know. I know. If somebody was here to punch, they'd be fucking dead right now. Talking about that fucking game.
Now, I know a good game. Excuse me. Good game doesn't necessarily. What do you got?
Take your time.
What do you got?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
I got some fucking checks mix. Don't worry about it.
Fuck, I was breathing while I was drinking beer. I was trying to breathe and drink at the same time.
Are we cutting right
No, I use my white privilege. Now I'm good again. That's how it works, right?
Oh, everywhere I go.
Now, like I said, I can give a fuck about graphics. But the graphics in this game, they're so good. Like you said, the cutscenes, this is back when the cutscenes were cinematic and careful. But the gameplay was a little bit squarey. Polygons. Whatever you would call them.
Yeah. Polygonal.
Polygonal.
Yeah.
Yeah. But these graphics, whenever you would see them, it didn't matter because everything's moving so quick and the action is so good in it that everything communicates with each other. And they did a great job transitioning the Disney characters to what the main characters look like.
I think as I look at our list of the favorite games, both mine and yours, it seems like you and I are both willing to sacrifice graphics for a good game.
Definitely.
Fucking GoldenEye, obviously not very good graphics. Minecraft, known for having its shitty fucking graphics. Final Fantasy X was an older game, not very good graphics. So graphics really don't play an absolutely huge role in for me in having a good game. I mean, it means something, but I think the gameplay, the story, is far more important than the
I
graphics.
appreciate it, but graphics are maybe like 10% I care about. Like, actually, I just need a good game. Your buddy Watch Dogs, decent graphics.
Right.
But you know how I feel about Watch Dogs. Anyone out there that likes Watch Dogs, that's fine, but you're wrong. So.
Right. Well, yeah, we got a bone to pick now.
Watch Dogs is a whole another story. I tore it apart in the No Man's Sky interview, didn't I?
Yeah. As you should.
Yeah.
I don't blame you for that one bit.
But this game from start to finish, you're invested. The way they started, the way they build up to the main character Sora, you know what he's about. You know how he acts already. You already know him, which is very important. When you name a character and you customize them and stuff, it's a blank slate. You don't know that person, right? Because you just made him. He has no voice.
Nothing.
You just made him. But when you got Sora, who's a young Haley Joel Osment.
Is that who voiced it?
Yeah, the dub
Really?
who's Fat Mac from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yep, that's him.
He's such an ugly adult. He's a cute kid.
He was an adorable kid. You remember Sixth Sense?
Yeah, cute kid, but he's such a fucking mess.
Forrest Gump?
Yeah, adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Adorable. Good movie too.
Fantastic. One of the best. But I got a question.
Yeah.
What year did this game come out for you? Kingdom Hearts.
March 28th, 2002.
2002. Another old fucking game. 2 of your 3 favorite old games are over 15 years old.
Yeah, and the new Kingdom Hearts games that they've made, they're good. They're good. They're always worth to look at because these guys know what this series needs to work. Plus the cameos in it are just unbelievable. You won't find a game with better cameos than this. They are Disney, and some of them are Final Fantasy. Like in in Kingdom Hearts, I love that they got Final Fantasy characters in them from 7. So they got Cloud in there, and they have his sword all bandaged up, and he's a bad motherfucker too.
Yeah, I think that's interesting.
So as of now, the series, it has 7 available games across multiple game consoles, selling 25 million copies, and future titles are planned. Kingdom Hearts 2.8 is a chapter prologue, and Kingdom Hearts 3 has been in development for forever.
Yeah, every time they release a new Disney movie, they just start over. But it's like, all right, guys, back to the drawing board.
I think they do that because they're like, we got to give them something. Because I really didn't need Tangled, but they gave it to us anyways, so whatever. It's been in development since June 2013. At least that's when it's been announced.
Fucking Disney comes out with a new movie every fucking week.
Now, I'm not a fan of pre-orders, but I am gonna
Oh no, I don't like it.
there's a it's Kingdom Hearts 3. That,
It
that
doesn't matter. You don't have to fucking pre-order to get it.
I'm gonna get it anyways.
So don't pre-order.
I don't understand.
I don't know why you're gonna pre-order. It's not like it's not gonna be available to you.
Well, I want it available by midnight.
Just
See,
you,
see, here's the
don't
problem with physical discs. I don't get them. I don't get them on opening day. I gotta stand in line, look like a fucking idiot, and then come home and then install it. Don't like that.
don't pre-order.
I'm
We've
not.
had this conversation. I
I'm
don't
not.
know why you bother pre-ordering.
I'm not gonna pre-order. You're right.
No, don't fucking pre-order.
I'm not gonna pre-order.
That's a rookie or that's a fucking no. Don't pre-order. I'm upset. But okay, it's been in development for 3 fucking years. When's it coming out?
They don't have it yet.
Oh my god. See,
But they have Kingdom Hearts 2.8 that's coming out January 24th, 2017. Which by then I hope you've beaten both the games.
I
Because
feel like they're hurting themselves a lot by keep pushing it back. Anytime a studio pushes back a game, I think it loses a few fans. And this game has been pushed back an awful lot. I'm not a fan of the series, but I know that it's been pushed back a lot.
after you play the game, you'll understand that these fans aren't going anywhere. These Disney fans, these Final Fantasy fans, they can't go anywhere. These games are it's like it's theirs.
All right.
So the story begins on Destiny Island, a deserted island where the main character Sora and his two buddies Riku and Kairi, and only a few others live. They don't show them, but the Waka from Final Fantasy, they put him in there as a cameo. He looks a lot different though, like younger or shorter, but you know it's Waka. Well, one night the Heartless come out, fuck shit up, and Sora gets a Keyblade. I think whenever they do this, and I understand why they didn't because it's Disney, but they had a good opportunity to make this game like darker,
Oh
made
yeah.
made you feel sad for these people because this island's getting taken over by another word, demons. So Sora gets a Keyblade because he's the only one on the island that isn't a girl or a degenerate fuck up. And you can't hurt the Heartless with just any old weapon. It has to either be magic or the Keyblade. So
Okay.
he has that wooden sword like us in the beginning of Minecraft where
The
he's
fucking
smacking them
Minecraft, yeah.
and it's going right through him. So all you can do is run away till you get the Keyblade. And when the whole island gets disbanded, they're all scattered to different worlds where Sora meets Donald and Goofy. But I think in this universe, the Disney the main characters, they're royalty. So you got King Mickey, and then you got Donald and Goofy, who are they're like subjects. So Goofy has a shield,
I
and
see.
and Donald is a mage. Donald's a dick, and Goofy's a buffoon, but they both pull their weight because Donald he usually has potions to heal you or uses cure, but it's the same time that you're using yours. So you'll use a cure and you'll heal yourself, and then he'll use his and use all his MP, his magic points, and then
Oh yeah.
you're fucked for the next heal.
I'm familiar with the term.
But now why I love this game. This game, the standard triple X combo where you just press X and he does a different combo. That's at the beginning, which it's satisfying. You can jump and it's a different combo. But then the more you proceed, you get extra blows and you get different magic attacks and aerial attacks, and you have your own fighting style, meaning you can equip everything that you earn. So you have to pick and choose what kind of character you want them to be. Like you're not gonna have every aerial fighting style that you've earned because you need the block or you need a dodge roll or even a glide for that matter. So you have to
Uh-huh.
you have to pick and choose what your attribute points allow. And this is no turn based. This is slashing and fireball and
Right.
handing out
Yeah.
tickets to hell with Donald and Goofy. Meaning the moment you stab someone in the neck and their soul leaves their body, you get their XP, money, and ultimately their respect.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like when you fuck a prostitute in Grand Theft Auto, you can kill her, and then not only do you get your money back, but she becomes your slave in the afterlife.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Same type of thing.
Yeah, but that's sexier. We could both
Oh,
agree.
much
We could
sexier.
both agree on that. Yeah. And I don't know if you watch a lot of Disney movies, but every world, even back then on a PS2, every world is an alternate version of the Disney movie. Meaning you jump into the Little Mermaid, and you're a mermaid and you look like you belong in the movie.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. It's actually a pretty good marketing technique. Everybody loves fucking Disney. Everybody fucking loves
and
Disney.
and
You can't go wrong.
it keeps every world fresh. Like if you want to see what's going on with Simba, right when you go into the world, you're a lion. So
Just checking it out.
yeah, so it keeps everything fresh. And sometimes you might go into the storyline of the movie. Sometimes you might be doing something else that's an original storyline, which is fine. My favorite is A Nightmare Before Christmas.
Is that Disney?
Yeah, yeah, because even in the HD remix, it looks better. It looks better than the actual movie. Some of them do actually, but they dress Sora up differently. You can earn a Keyblade just for that world that has its own abilities. Maybe it has reach or higher attack, or it boosts your magic or your health or something like that, or gives you an extra combo.
Wow, I didn't know that was those were Disney movies.
Yeah, but anybody can play this game. Anyone that doesn't like video games, loves video games, doesn't like Disney or Final Fantasy. You just have to be a fan of great games. This is one of them, and you can't say that about any other game, even if I let you.
All right. Anything else about the Final Fantasy? The Final Fantasy game there?
No. The reasons I like it
Or the Kingdom Hearts, excuse me.
beg your pardon. The
Yeah.
the reason I like it, great graphics, tremendous storyline, memorable music, easy and smooth control play. It's not clunky. It flows. Hits of nostalgia and familiar faces from the cameos, Square Enix and Disney. And my favorite part is when King Mickey throws down. He has that same fighting type as Yoda, but he makes Yoda look like an old Polish lady. So
Yeah, no.
I know you wouldn't like that, but
No, Yoda, that motherfucker, man.
King Mickey would rip Yoda apart.
I don't understand why people call him King fucking Mickey. I've never heard this expression before in my life.
Oh, because he's a king. He lives in a castle, asshole.
I don't fucking like it.
So yeah, that's my number one of all time. Anyone listening, it's on PS3 1.5. Get it and play it. Yeah, everyone's gonna love it. It's just that kind of game. And 2.8 is coming out next year, January 24th. So look into the first two games on PS3, which have they catch you up on everything up to that point. That's what those games do. So they'll have like one of the smaller games after the real game, and then they'll have like just a cutscene on the third one that keeps you up to par. So that's it. Play it. You won't regret it.
All right. Very good. Okay, so your top three. Number 3, Final Fantasy X. Your number 2 is Minecraft. And your number 1 was Kingdom Hearts.
You know it.
For me, my top 3. My number 3 was Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. My number 2 was Skyrim. And my number 1 was GoldenEye 007 for the Nintendo 64. As I'm sitting here looking at these lists of our favorite games, like I said earlier, all these games are pretty damn old. None of them are within 5 years.
Well, you're
Like,
old.
except Minecraft. Minecraft was the only one on this list that was made within the last 5 years. So, obviously a lot of nostalgia in these lists. We went back to really fucking explore some of our fucking favorite games, and I like that. I like that we didn't choose that we chose our favorite fucking games, not the best games, not the games that, get all the media hype and the media attention, but games that we fucking like to play the most.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird that the current gen, they barely made an appearance.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that's right. My Nintendo 64, PS fucking 3, and fucking PS2. I
And
didn't have a single game from the current gen.
and that just means we're loyal. That doesn't mean current gen games are shit. I love my Destiny. I love it. And on PS4 we got that Sports Friends and Towerfall. Current games are really good right now. As best as they ever been. But
Oh yeah,
we're just loyal.
exactly. Exactly. That's what I like about this list. Is the fact that we fucking thought about our fucking favorite games, not the best games, and that's what's pretty cool. They're all older games, but we've been gaming our entire lives, so of course they're gonna be older games. We're pushing 30 years old here, so
You're pushing
we,
30 years old.
we're not gonna fall for the hype of all the newest games. I'm glad Destiny didn't make your fucking list.
It should. I play it all the time.
It's no, but it's not on par with these other fucking games though, man.
You know
It's
what?
fun and it's entertaining, but it's not like these other games.
Because Destiny doesn't have a story like Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. It's not innovative like Minecraft. And Kingdom Hearts is just, once you play it, you'll understand. It's just a hard juggernaut to beat.
No, no, Destiny's just a shooter basically. It's just a shooter.
Well, there is kind of a story, but it's a it's a shooter with shields, and you know how much I like shields. I don't like when you have any gun and two bullets in the leg and he's dead. I hate that.
The Call of Duty type.
Yeah, the Battlefield. Although Battlefield 1 was fun. I don't know if you
Uh,
tried it or not.
no, Battlefield's pretty good. I'll take Battlefield over fucking Halo or Call of Duty any day.
I enjoyed Halo. You never played Halo?
Tried to get into it, tried to play it, couldn't do it. Couldn't fucking do it. Take it easy.
That's not even a reason.
Take it easy.
You're biased.
I'm not biased.
Did Halo kill your dog?
No, it's just fucking stupid.
It's stupid.
That's fucking stupid. That's the same as the fucking affliction homos who wears those fucking homo shirts.
Affliction nerds.
Yeah, nerds, homos, whatever you want to call them.
You can call them almost.
I'm gonna call them homos. All right, so that's the list of our top 3 favorite games. I think as this podcast goes on, it would be great if we're able to get show ideas from some of our listeners, or not necessarily ideas for an entire show, but something that somebody wants to hear us talk about. It'd be great to get some input.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll any fan suggestion is taken into consideration.
Absolutely. We'd love to get them. The more, the better.
Yeah, and the best way to do that is again on our Facebook, facebook.com/the GamePod Podcast, and look for the blue logo with two homos jumping on it.
That's right.
And like the page, and put whatever you want. We'd like to hear from you.
Absolutely. We'll respond. You'll get responses from us. Might take a bit, but you'll get a response.
Yeah, and later this week, me and Dustin are going to be back on to talk about. Have we decided what we're going to talk about yet?
No, not yet.
All right.
We got a couple ideas in the trigger in the chamber, but
we'll talk about something good, and we'll probably have a guest with us. So look out for that, and thanks for listening.
all right. Thanks.
Bye.